What up? It's Ace OG, back into the top, back into the video. So the title of this video is going to be, why should you use hashtags on your YouTube videos? So admin notes, thanks again to all subscribers to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing your video out, give you leverage, you better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why should you use hashtags on your YouTube videos? So I had mentioned this before on a couple of videos that I have up here. So I did do somewhat of a deep dive when it comes to hashtagging on YouTube, but I'm not gonna lie, I did find some conflicting information, and conflicting information meaning that I had my own anecdotal experience with hashtags, and I actually did a couple of research queries when it comes to watching videos, looking at articles, and trying to get as much information that I could as far as why you should use hashtags and how powerful they are. So all I'm saying is take what I'm saying with a grain of salt and do your own research. But what I will say, there will be some things that I will say on this video that is facts, but then there are going to be some things going to be kind of subjective. So like I said, you got to make an interpretation of that, right? So let's get into it. So hashtagging. So hashtagging is basically you using the hashtag symbol or the pound sign. For those that are kind of older, like myself, we used to seeing the pound sign on a house phone or a landline, right? So you use that symbol and you type in a word that is popular, trending, or whatever kind of phrase you want to put there. What happened is the algorithm of YouTube, the AI, will pretty much push your video to people that are searching for that particular topic or that subject in YouTube. Now, once again, YouTube is a search engine. So if somebody goes onto YouTube and let's say they do a search for, I don't know, a red Ferrari or something like that. Just make an example. And if you hashtag red Ferrari in your video, then there's a strong possibility that the AI will grab your video and it will put your video into the pool of videos that person could possibly see come across their feed. But we got to understand here, we got a lot of folks on YouTube, we got a lot of folks that do content creation. We got a lot of folks that don't do necessarily content, but they post videos anyway, and they hashtag certain things. So let's say you hashtag a word that, I don't know, was trending so much that like it had like 1 million something views on it, or 1 million some people, or 1 million times it was seen on YouTube. So if that person is searching for that particular phrase or word, then there's it might not be so much of a good chance for your video to come up on their feed unless you have a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, and you've used that particular word a lot more times than that million, if that makes any sense, right? Like, and that's the reason why I think a lot of folks keep telling people on YouTube, especially the new content creators, they keep pushing content, because you have to basically like create an archive on YouTube that YouTube can use to push your videos out, right? If you're a new YouTuber and you barely got 10 to 15 videos, the algorithm is not going to help you, right? I mean, it's just not. This is a computer generated program, so it needs information. You need to feed it information. So when you're not posting content, like not necessarily like you're supposed to, but pushing content in order to help you out to get noticed on YouTube, then it's hurting your channel, right? So I'm not saying for people to just put out anything to get noticed, because you put out trash content, you can get trash results, right? So you definitely push out content that's at least decent enough for somebody to watch your videos. But I mean, posting once a week, maybe even twice a week, sometimes may not be enough, especially with a lot of folks get on YouTube right now trying to be content creators, especially with them using hashtags. So anyways, so another thing when it comes to that is hashtagging is a lot more powerful than actually your titles on your YouTube video. Now, I'm not saying the way you title your video is not powerful, because it is. It really is. If you're titling your video as a question, or you're titling your video as a statistical fact, or you're titling your video with something trending, the AI will recognize it. Now, depending on how long you've been on YouTube, how many videos you have, and how many what's that thing? Forget now. But I know definitely followers and your subscribers, of course, and how long you've been on YouTube will really dictate exactly how the algorithm treats you and how the AI treats you. But you know, titles do matter. They do. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Your title actually can be an extremely powerful tool. But if I want to compare a title of your video to a hashtag, there's no comparison at all. It really isn't. Because what the hashtag does is the hashtag will literally feed into the algorithm. The title does too, but not as powerful as the hashtag does. Because what you're doing is you're niching down on your topic doing a hashtag, versus the title might have is, the, I inside of the title, and the algorithm is not necessarily confused, but it will not niche down as much as a hashtag will. Now, another thing, this is anecdotal, and this is also going to be based off of research that I did. I've seen a lot of YouTubers that are pretty much popping right now, right? One person I see on YouTube, I think he grew from 20,000 to 70,000 subscribers in like 2 or 3 months, like crazy growth. And when I went into his description, because I am nosy when it comes to like seeing how other YouTube channels are being noticed, and I noticed that on his videos, sometimes he'll have like 15 to 20, 25 hashtags under in his description. Not the title, but the description. But once I started doing my research, and I've seen a couple of videos that say this, and I've read a couple of articles that said this. YouTube only reads the first 3 hashtags. After that third one, it dismisses the hashtag. Now I'm not exactly sure how correct that is, but what I will say is, if you go into your videos right now, and you go into the description section of your video, as it's already posted, you will notice that you will only see 3 hashtags under your description, literally. And once I did the research and I saw them, like, you know, actually, even though I've seen other YouTubers use multiple hashtags in their title and their description, YouTube actually only shows the first 3. So you do, you know, you make your own discernment, and it's your own choice for us how you're going to do that. I know for myself, I'm going to kind of play around with it. I'm going to, you know, just use only 3, and then I'll go back to using, because normally I use maybe 8 or 9 and see how things go. But when I saw folks using like 20 to 25 hashtags, and they were all over the place, meaning that basically I saw some content creators that literally put every single trending topic that they could see on their video. So basically topics that did not marry up with each other. It might have been a topic about an artist. It could have been a topic about a word disaster. And they just put all the hashtags in that video, and the video probably had nothing to do with that. But these people that I saw, some of them had over 50,000 subscribers. So I'm not exactly sure if they started doing the hashtags after they got the subscribers or what. Not exactly sure. But I know for myself, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try out the 3 hashtag method and see how that works out. But also, that's another thing. I've seen folks that had less than 50,000 and still was putting more than 3, and they were still getting traction. So the hashtag is just a tool. You got to put out content that actually people want to see for the hashtag to even mean anything, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? You can't be coming up on YouTube and actually put out any type of video or any type of topic, talking about a topic, and you put hashtags in there. And, you know, after a certain period, the algorithm may catch it and may push your video out to somebody. But if your thumbnail doesn't look right, and then, or if it does, and somebody click on it, and then they listen to the first 30 to 60 seconds, and they're like, yeah, I'm not feeling this guy or this girl, and they click off, then the hashtag did nothing for you. One thing I would tell you when it comes to hashtags, a caveat to this, like, and I've researched this as well. They say that if you don't reel in your audience on YouTube, and maybe some other platforms too, but on YouTube, within the first 15 to 20 seconds, it's over and done with. That's one of the reasons why I said in another video that I have an intro and an outro. When you first open my videos up, you're gonna automatically know, after you know me for a while, what I'm gonna say when I first come on the video, and you're gonna know what I'm gonna say after the video, before the video ends, because that's my hook, right? It's just like I used to rap when I was younger. So the hook sometimes is the only thing you need to get a hit. I may have some mediocre lyrics, but if that hook is hot, people gonna feel the song. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you have to deal with YouTube to a certain degree. You have to hook people in. So the hashtag means nothing if you can't hook people in. So anyways, that's just a brief summary about hashtags. Hashtags, like I said before, is a lot more powerful than the title. It is. Titles are important. The hashtag is a lot more powerful. So I would say play around with hashtags. Another thing with hashtags, a lot of folks that I saw and I researched said that they only hashtag the description on a long content video. And there's a way to put the hashtag in the description on a short, but they said that basically YouTube will not see it, or it doesn't matter to YouTube to a certain degree. So a lot of times when folks do shorts on YouTube, they'll put the hashtag in the title of the video. So when you're seeing the short, you'll see the title of that short, and you'll also see the hashtags there. And it makes sense because when you look at other platforms like TikTok, they do the same thing. When you see the title on a TikTok video, normally from what I can tell, you'll see the hashtag right there. So put it in the description of a short may not do too much for you. So anyway, drop some comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about this. I know I said I was gonna make a video about hashtagging, so here it is. I may go more in a deep dive to it. It was a short deep dive that I did when it comes to this topic, because to a certain degree, it's kind of subjective to a certain degree. Because like I said, I've seen people use hashtags a certain way, but doing my research, I guess the quote unquote textbook version is telling me something different. So but I'm all about research. I'm all about learning. So I hope this video actually gives you information to go with, at least to start off with hashtagging. So we're going to discuss this topic or subject thing to benefit you to the channel. Email me at asog757@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Say So G, signing out. I'm gone.